Okay, so these are the new drawings. I'll be posting them when the video starts. Dragon. Batman. And Captain America. And I want to dedicate these paintings to my call name on World of Tanks, 2nd AD, 2015, Middletown Police Department, MPD. My dad served there, and my wife served for 2nd AD. Here's a scene from Full Metal Jacket. It's, got some soldiers there on palm trees in the background on patrol. Another scene from Full Metal Jacket when the Vietnamese are attacking the base. I'm not too sure where this one's from. Could be anything. Might be Platoon, I don't remember. And there's this one. Again, I'm not exactly sure. This might be Apocalypse Now. Anyway, here's a painting I did. Thank you. I did this. This is all stretch myself on canvas, and it's a war painting. There's just a lot of different tanks, explosions, helicopters, personnel carrier. Where that's from, I don't know, but I can tell you that this guy here is from this guy here. This guy is from a Bolt Thrower album, one of my favorite war type metal bands. Okay, so now we're just moving on to some miscellaneous art. This one's one of my favorite horses. He's running in a field, again with the trees lining the field. One of my favorite things to paint and draw. Here's this is interesting. It's I believe I did this for Mary Fear's class. It's a bunch of Radman-esque soldiers. They all have. So this was supposed to be like a Radman army. Looks good there, huh? No reflection. This is the one that everyone likes online, and they liked it down at the Dallas Art Bar. This was in the Dallas Art Bar. This is not the original drawing. This is a very large copy. I was able to make a large copy in one of the old Kinkos. I don't even know if they're still in business down there in Plano. I'm sure they are. They were like one of the main ones. And so I was very much into Marilyn Manson. This art here on the side is from Rob Zombie. You know, it just this so much artwork here I can't even begin to tell you, but it's a collage of a lot of great artwork. Again, Marilyn Manson in the middle. Marilyn Manson. The reason I liked him is because she didn't like him. So that's how I started to like metal music. Marilyn Manson was really the first person to introduce me to hardcore metal. And this is one that everyone likes. This was at the in my art show that was in the newspaper. We all went, Dr. Daniel's class, we went to this park, and I saw this and I thought, well, I really want to draw this. And it's like I tried to draw every single leaf. That's how intense this is. Here's a painting of a couple horses not down the road from here, not far from here. It's beautiful horses on a beautiful day. This is a picture of a herd of horses in a field not far from here. They're all gone. They used to have a herd of horses here in this field. This is the exact field with the same sunrise and all that. Just a bunch of horses. I don't know if you can see, but there is clearly, if you could see up close, that's a horse there. I can cover that with my finger. Just the tip of my finger. There's horses. A lot of horses in that one. All local horses. This is an oil painting. I rarely do oil paintings. I actually did this one at home, no problem. What I do is I usually wear surgical gloves when I do oil paintings. I have to be very careful. We don't have industrial sinks or anything here, so. But I do oil paintings. I enjoy them. Here's a mini version of the one on the wall that I'm sure you've seen when we filmed from the other side of the trees. I just like the trees around here, and they literally look like that. They don't make any sense. We have trees that wrap around other trees. It's pretty wild. Texas trees are pretty cool like that. And boy, are they rough and rugged. Here is medieval warriors, which is also supposed to be like the other one. It's like another version of it, except they're medieval Radman warriors. You'll notice this guy in front actually has, if you look at the Radman uniform, it's actually the Radman uniform. This is one I enjoy doing. I never told anybody this during the show or anything, but this is actually a woman. So I put a guy there to make it more plausible or pliable, but this is a woman writing it. We changed it to a man. This is a scene from somewhere, and this is Roy Rogers rearing a horse, and there's a reflection in the stream. Here's a good one. This is an Indian chief. I did dust these, but you know what? They're still dusty. Here's an Indian chief with the headdress on a nice big horse. Looking over a valley. This one I didn't like too much, but when I showed it to Kathy Cotter-Smith, she actually liked this painting. This is watercolor. Cowboy with an American flag and an eagle. This was a tough one. The sky is beautiful. So I worked this bottom part here so much because I wanted to show dust from the horses that I actually had to go over it with acrylic paint. And where is this from? That's a good question. I believe it's from a John Wayne movie. I'm not too sure if they had an American flag up. I might have replaced it with, the Yankee. I don't know. What do they call that? F-troop type army. Just the cavalry. The cavalry. And here's another, just probably cowboys. I don't see any uniforms in there, really. Just a bunch of cowboys. Again, probably might be from a John Wayne movie. I'm pretty sure it is. Here we have Native American, excuse me. with the headdress and TPs in the background. This is a heavy duty frame. Thank you for helping me. Okay, again, I'm pretty sure this one's John Wayne. Got an American flag. You know what? This is from that one where he took the enemy and used them to fight the Native Americans at the time, or something like that. And yeah, I believe that's from a John Wayne movie. You got the American flag, and then there's a Texas flag here. Okay. This is Brian Jones of the Rolling Stones. This one I like. We're going to be showing more of these. These are paintings that are not on my wall. This one I like of Johnny Rotten, and he's playing his bass guitar. And here's a couple horses where I just kind of went wild with the clouds, and there's those trees that I always tell you about lining the fields. Here are just some miscellaneous horses with a nice background. That all these backgrounds, even though they're small, are from around here. I believe that's a field that's near here. Okay, yeah, this one is interesting. Let me take that other one from here. When I had the show in Allen that was in the Dallas newspaper, I put these, and this is from a spaghetti western, the Italian guy, and is it How the West Was Won? Something like that. You know, with the railroad tracks and that. What was it? It's a good movie. So these two guys at the beginning of the movie, where this guy's the white guy, and this guy's a black guy, and they were both on the same bad guy. They were bad, and so what I did is during the show I put them on either end, far away from each other. You really have to go out of your way to notice it. But they're good paintings. Here's some example of ink work that I've done. Pencil and ink. The horse in the field. Another example of ink work. Pencil and ink. It's a mech. Here we have a gorgeous champion dog that can catch a frisbee like you would never believe. Look, see? Yeah. He looks like a black metal artist. He does. He looks like the guy from Immortal, the Russian black metal band I talked about in one of my videos. Here's another mech, pencil and ink. You guys get to see my pencils. You never get to see my inks. And believe me, I'm always tempted to ink it in, but I want to stay consistent with the series. Here's a horse. Ink, pencil and ink. This is a version of the painting I showed you. It's one of my favorites. This was a study. It's called a study. It's actually bigger than the painting that I did. And yeah, you might remember it. It's a good one. Although this is just a study in black and white, it was still this is still a great piece of art. I've often thought about having it hanging around town. Okay, this one. Again, I don't know which war movie it's from, but it's from a war movie. Kind of war. Going back to the war theme, it was just mixed in with the others. Let me start with the two oils. And the other side here. Good job. Okay, yeah. This is oil painting I did in class on artboard. And the teacher liked it so much that she put it up in the hallway. So I suppose it's a good one. She was amazing. I wish I could remember her name. She was great. Also, another oil painting that I did in class at the Collin County Community College. And that's me. My beard hadn't gotten very long yet. And wait, I want to do something else. My first gouache class was a nightmare because I had never used gouache before, and it is not easy. And when you mess it up, it's really hard to fix it. So these are both from my wife's least favorite movie because she cries every time we put it on. The movie called The Big Fish by a Southern writer. And here we have the scene of Danny DeVito as the guy that runs the circus. And this is the scene where they pull away, and Leonard Skinner is playing on the radio stereo, and it's really, this is exactly according to the scenes. These were very hard to do. It was really good. You can see the shading in there. Really hard to do. I mean, I'm telling you, this one I was really going to give up. There were points where I was going to throw it away. Like I told you about that eagle one I threw away. Okay, now let's start with the smaller ones. Yeah. Here's some more black metal art, but the only difference is these are real small. Got a goat with a pentagram in the background, clouds. All black and white. This is black and white, but it's bluish. This is from the band called Archgoat. Archgoat is outstanding, and I believe they broke up, and it's a real shame. There's this artwork that comes here, and it's all. What I did was I put it in Photoshop, and then I put it side by side. So this is perpendicular, and I just kind of made up my own little things in the middle. It starts to take shape, and I just kind of went with it. But this is really, to see it in its original form is amazing. Here's another goat with a pentagram, not all the way showing. Again, the shading, these were really incredible. See the shading around the horns? My own designs. You won't see them anywhere else. Here's I just really wanted to do this. Put a pentagram in front of the goat and have him like looking through it. Little hidden things in there too. This one's one of my favorites. I've always had this hanging around close to wherever I'm working. It's I can't remember. It's from an album cover, and that is a statue with a giant castle in the back. This is also one of my favorites. It's from a black metal band. I think war is the theme of the black metal band, and this is a soldier, like a knight that's lying on the ground, dead for a long time. Classic black metal art. This is the one I was telling you about by Fintroll. They made some really cool artwork, Fintroll, and this is the first black metal art that I did. It's a boat on a lake. Amazing artwork that comes on these albums. And this is also from a black metal album. A portion of the artwork, I just kind of concentrated on the skeleton still hanging on the wall with the shadows. I like it. And here's pretty big. Don't forget, all these black metal things are done on store-bought canvas. And it's a weird design. Well, hidden stuff. Now this one's supposed to go like this because of the pentagram, but it can also go like this if you want. All right, so that's it.